Hey, this is Kenny Florian, and you're listening to the I Only Touch Greatness podcast. Yeah.
Take us back to your fight with Chris Leban. We actually have him coming on in 2 episodes from now.
Oh, nice. Chris was, a dude who was probably one of the most dangerous guys in the house because he was fearless, he was big, he was strong, he was experienced. I had just started to train with him a little bit because I got transferred over to Team Couture's side, and actually got to know him, and he was pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, we were like fighting each other. We're like, oh man, and he was trying to get in my head. I remember when we woke up on fight day, he was telling me, he's like, I'm 205 pounds, Kenny. I'm going to have to smash that cat. I'm going to have to smash. So, I remember it's like, oh, man, just don't make any mistakes. Just be conservative. Make sure, you don't take a shot clean to the head. And, I ended up landing an elbow that split him open and ended up getting the win. So, it was, I think it was one of those fights where, I don't think I was necessarily winning. I thought that Chris was probably, doing well. He wasn't necessarily beating me up, but so I wasn't really taking a lot of damage, but I think he was winning the rounds, I thought, and, ended up going my way. So it taught me a lot and, motivated me to keep going and continue training hard.
You were in the house when he peed on the bed?
I was actually in the same room, and he had said that, and I wasn't sure. Like, I was kind of like half asleep, half awake, and I remember him saying that. I was like, did that really happen? Like, what's going on? And I just kind of like went back to sleep,
Yeah.
So he's crazy, man. But yeah.
And then he ended up fighting him, didn't he?
What's that?
He ended up fighting. He was Thacker, I believe.
He did. Thacker, Jason Thacker, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, people change. It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
Who were the biggest influences in your career?
Geez, I think there were a lot of people. I had a lot of great coaches. Obviously my brother Keith was a big influence. Faraz Sahabi was a big influence. George St. Pierre was a big influence. All the guys that I had a chance to train with over the years. Mark Delagrati early on in my career really helped me a lot as well. So, there were a lot of people that were there to help me and support me. And, all my training partners, every single person I train with, helps. That's the thing, while we do walk in there alone, it's everybody else that kind of helps us prepare for those fights. So always been very grateful to all the people that have helped.
Who did you look? Go ahead.
Do you have a favorite movie about sports or fighting?
If I what?
Do you have a favorite movie about sports or fighting?
Let's see. Geez. As a kid, I always loved the Bloodsport movies.
Yeah.
I always loved Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think that was a classic. Obviously, the Rocky movies. Even the Karate Kid movies. Not necessarily, they didn't really inspire me for martial arts necessarily, but me and the rest of my family, we probably saw Karate Kid 1,000 times.
And we're not talking the Jalen Smith one for the young kids one.
Yeah, exactly. The old school one with Ralph Macchio, exactly. Yeah. I think what else? I mean, there's a bunch of them, I guess. Everything from Rudy to any kind of underdog story.
That's a good one.
Any other kind of sports underdog story, I'm all about it.
Yeah, Rudy's definitely my favorite sport movie.
Yeah.